Sherry, I'll let you start that.
Okay. Well, I've thought about this, and the thing about, and this is just for anyone listening, this isn't male bashing. This isn't anything that puts down men at all. I mean, we've gotten to where we are because of mostly male leaders up to this point. But I believe that there is a balance that needs to happen, and the world is calling for it. And the thing I love, number one, about being a woman, but also about women leaders, is we really are great communicators. Just being able to share what it is that we need, what it is that we want, what it is that we see, and be able to communicate that with others and have others be able to understand and collaborate with us, I think is an amazing thing that women are able to do, along with multitasking. I mean, let's just be real. We're moms, we're wives, we're, teachers, we're holding children while changing something else. We're doing 12 things at one time. So to be able to be in that space and understand what is needed, be able to communicate what is needed, be able to handle it, and then also to listen and understand and have empathy. I think this is what our planet and we need more of. And I am thrilled to be one of these women.
Here, cheers to that for sure. Um, and I know that your platform is for everybody, not just women. And I think one of the things that we need to remember is that there's an energy to the collaboration between men and women, between basically everybody on the planet. And I wondered if, because I know you both really believe in the energy of collaboration versus competition, but maybe you can talk a little bit more about that. What does it mean about this energy of collaboration?
I think that that's such a great point to bring up and to discuss, Laura. I think Sherry actually touched on it before when she said, she's been out on her own trying to make her own thing happen for a long time. And while she, made stuff happen, nothing really was the big bang for her. But as we came together, we've created this massive, massive movement, this culture, this community, this new paradigm shift in the wellness world together. And that's is so strong when you have, like we all know, one person, two people, three people, the more get together of the same mindset, the stronger the project blossoms. The support is there because one person can't do it all alone, and we don't see people in competition with each other because no matter what, some people are going to resonate with different people, whether it's because they gravitate you for you being a woman, or because you have a certain niche, or the way that you speak, or your they feel more in alignment with you. They feel like a sister to you. They feel more akin to you because of maybe in the same age group, so there's so many different dynamics that would chisel out why one person would want to work with one specific healer versus another. And that is as, independent and as unique to each person who needs to be healed. And there are, millions more people that need to be healed in the world than there are healers available. So to really get healers to understand, it's about collaboration and not competition. It's one of the most important things because we are amplified as a group when we do that. It's the same thing when it's funny because some people, when I go out and I look for people who can join the wellness universe, some people will come back, well, do you have anybody there that does this? I'm like, yeah, we probably got about 30 people that do that. What's the difference? What's the difference? If one doctor tells me that I have cancer, am I going to listen to that one doctor? Am I going to go see 4 or 5 other doctors to make sure? Like, the mindset sometimes, it's like you're clearly not cut out to be part of the bigger fabric of the impact that we're making. You need to be of this mindset. It's a oneness mindset, and we all need to be here to contribute to the massive collaboration that's happening right now in this world to create this ripple, to create this wave, to create this shift. And it's really essential to make that happen, to have that mindset there and really implanted and rooted in our process, that we are not here to do it alone. We are here specifically to be a tribe, to be a community, to make this happen. It's all part of where we are now in time and space, and how we're going to evolve, and how we're going to make the future better for other people, and create more health and healing.
There is magic in that collaboration. And if anyone is joining us a little bit late, this talking to Anna and Sherry, the founders of the Wellness Universe, and you're going to be able to find all of their awesomeness at thewellnessuniverse.com. I've been a core blogger for the Wellness Universe for, a while now. And my experience as a member and a writer for the Wellness Universe has really been amazing. And that is why I wanted to have these powerful women on the podcast today and let you guys feel some of that energy. So, okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate with you about what you just talked about. But Anna, shouldn't I be able to do this by myself? Isn't there something wrong with me if I can't learn every business tool and every healing tool there is? And, so what's wrong with me if I can't do it by myself?
You can absolutely do it by yourself. And girl, I know you can do it by yourself. You are such a powerhouse. But it's so much better when you have people around you that you like, for instance, with the Wellness Universe specifically, you're coming into an environment where everyone is embracing and welcoming you with open arms to support each other, because this is the mindset that everyone, comes with already. And to have the support of each other and know that, who do I go to? Who can I trust? Who can I work with to make a workshop? To do one alone, it's a lot of work. If you could do a workshop with 2 or 3 or 4 other people that have different modalities, but you're all there to do the same thing. Like, let's say you're there to heal trauma, but one is doing it like yourself through writing. Another person is doing like an EFT technique. Another person is doing a meditation or whatever it is. You're coming together, but everyone, if you're looking under the umbrella of healing from trauma, all of these healers are under one umbrella. And I think that, anyone could do it on their own. It's really a lot harder when you do something on your own. I've been there. I've done that. I've had a clothing line. I've been an artist, an independent artist, and it's just not a lot of fun doing it on your own. And it's scary. And it's really, it could be very traumatizing. I had a little bit of social disorder because I would work so much all day long by myself in my studio that when I went out, I didn't even know how to talk to people sometimes, because it was so focused on being introverted in a way that I couldn't even get out there. So I do believe people can do things on their own, but it's much more fun, much more, and you learn more about yourself, and you become more dynamic. You unfold and your wings unfurl when you are part of something bigger than you, with more people around you. I think that it helps us to see more of ourselves. So, but anyone sure can do it by themselves, that's for sure. But it's more fun the other way.
And I hear you, and I knew you would say all the right things to that question. It's just, on a personal note, coming from being a healer and having an education in holistic physical therapy, I always think to myself, damn, I'm a healer. I'm not a marketer. I'm not a finance person. I'm not, and there's whole degrees and lifetimes worth of education in those other professions. If I think that I can know it all about all of that, I'm kidding myself, right? So surrounding yourself with people who have those tools, who can help you succeed in those areas of your business where, you don't have the time to go back to school to become a marketing expert or a finance expert or all these different things. And of course, you're going to learn all that stuff about your own business, and you're going to, evolve from there. But we are definitely not meant to do all of that by ourselves.
And I believe that you're also doing a disservice to others when you try to do it all yourselves. You're lessening what you're really good at and not being able to put all of your energy into what you're really good at, because you're trying to balance it all. So I think in what you're saying, by teaming up with people who are stronger in other areas And I mean, the truth of this ultimately is that we're all needed. We're all born to be exactly who we are, which sounds so trite or cliche. But the truth is that if we try to stomp out one another because we think that there's maybe too many of coaches and we don't want to, work with you because I'm a coach as well, you're ultimately hurting yourself because we're all part of the bigger masterpiece in life, the puzzle. And, when you take away each one of us or try to, dim someone else's light because you want to stand up brighter and stronger, you end up hurting everybody else in the long run. Every single one of us is needed on this planet.
Yeah, definitely. Don't get into those bad vibes, right?
Right.
Okay, so we have talked a lot about this idea of collaboration and community, and it's incredibly important. But what would be the next thing that you would want to tell the listeners about some important steps to success when you're thinking about women and men and women coming together to lead? What are some more success tips that you gals have to offer?
Sure, you want to take that? I've been talking a lot.
I knew she was going to do that. These are all her questions. I would say, honestly, the number one thing is in terms of any success, whether it's in your business, whether it's in relationship, whether it's just to be authentic, to show up as yourself, to understand that you allowing yourself to have your own voice and to stand up and say what it is that you need to say and to step out of your own way and just be your truth, that you will be successful in all that you do. Because again, you're not trying to be somebody else. You're not trying to, squeeze a triangle into a circle. You're just being who you're here to be. So show up authentically, say what's on your mind, and do what's in your heart.
Yes, authenticity is really, really important on this journey for sure. Totally agree with you. Anything else you can think of as far as success tips? Got another one, Anna?
I would say you really need, people underestimate, where they spend their free time. You really need to surround yourself with good people who are of high vibration and who support you. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah,
the
it's
people
important.
the people that you keep in your community, personally as well as professionally, it's all very important, because you don't need to, come home to somebody who's nagging you or, treating you like garbage and then try to play healer during the day. You really need, if you really want to go full throttle and want to really be really successful, you really need to revamp your entire life. You need to take a good look at who's in your life, and you need to start putting people like in their places in your life. And everyone who is of value to you and you are of value to them, you keep them close. And the people who are not, you have to start separating away from them. And this sounds almost like it's a very negative or very nasty thing to do, but you need to do what you need to do for your own preservation, so you can blossom, so you could become bigger, so you can shine your light, so you can be the best that you can be. You don't need to be worn down by people you're keeping in your personal life. It's really a tough choice for a lot of people to make, but if you really want to be successful, you have to start pulling the weeds out of your life. And that's a huge tip that I can give.
That's a really good tip. Pulling the weeds out. I like that idea. Okay. So, Anna, when you're not changing and saving the world, what do you love to do so much you lose track of time?
Oh, I just love to be outside. I love to be on the beach, or I love to be outside. I love to enjoy a good meal with good friends. Oh, I just love life. I really do. Just doing something creative. I'm an artist at heart, so doing something creative is always a big winner for me. But just sitting there and just watching the trees to see which bird lands in front of me, I love that. Just love it.
Nice. Yeah, there is something to be said about the nature connection as far as sort of feeling filled up again, rejuvenated. I love that too. How about you, Sherry? What is something you love to do so much you lose track of time?
Well, it's along the same lines. I'm a big outdoor hiking, being in the mountains, going on long drives. I'm big into just driving and just finding anything and discovering new places. I always feel so much more connected to myself when I'm able